Now, this issue of 10 million votes, according to me, is a target. Yeah, it's a target. It's not a reality. NASA do not yet have 10 million votes. I know their campaign is going very well. I know they're making a lot of inroads. I know they're gathering a lot of votes. That is a fact. That is true. But hawana 10 million votes, that is not true. Let alone those 10 million votes being in the bag. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Now, let's look at this more closely. Okay? They do not have 10 million votes because, as we speak, not even the Kamba vote is in the bag for NASA. Yeah, that's the truth. We know that, okay, granted, they most probably, according to my information, they'll get substantial votes from Ukambani. Yeah? But not all of it. My point is, writing down the figure 1 point something, which is the total Kamba vote down, in a tally of 10 million, that is very wishful thinking. Very wishful thinking. In fact, the way things are going, if something is not done drastically, that number could be even half the Kamba vote. They'll be lucky to get even half the Kamba vote. That is the truth. Yeah, but anything can happen in politics. I'm analyzing if elections were held today. Okay? Let me just explain that a bit further because I can hear most of you complaining, saying, no, you're wrong. Okay? Let's just, because this is politics, let's analyze it. We have a man called Alfred Mutua, the governor of Machakos. Granted, he might not even retain his governorship. Okay? And of course, one of the reasons he will not retain his governorship is that he's supporting Uhuru Kenyatta re-election. Okay? So, he might not retain his governorship, but his campaigns on the ground are working. He has people who follow him religiously. People who, if he tells jump up, they will not ask why. They will jump. Those are the kind of radical supporters he has. Yeah? They may not be very many, but they could be as much as 20 to 25% of the Ukambani vote. Yeah? They could be. There's quite a high number right across the county, right across Ukambani. Even outside the Machakos, Alfred Mutua has his supporters. Okay? So those votes will not go to NASA. Then there's a problem within Wiper, which has been well publicized. Now, don't you really have fun listening to something on this channel, following the Kumekucha brand, and then you hear about a certain issue, and then you analyze, you forget about it, then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, you see it as headlines in the newspaper? Don't you find that fun? Because that's exactly what has happened here. What is now hitting the headlines about the Mudama Kalonzo issue, we talked about that a long time ago here. Yeah, just check the previous YouTube videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, the Ukambani vote, that's the way it's going to go for NASA. Okay. Now, the strongholds are in places like Nyanza. Even in Nyanza, there's a problem because you see, there's a lot of anger right now as I speak. There's a lot of anger against Raila Odinga over this issue of saying don't vote for independence. Now, why is there anger? Because there's a lot of pain. Some of those people standing as independents are not doing it because they had planned to stand as independents. They're doing it because they were clearly rigged out of ODM nominations. They were rigged out. They won, but the loser got the certificate and the loser got the party ticket. And they're angry at this. Now, in 2013, we had a very bad reaction because there was voter lethargy. People did not turn up to vote, and that cost Raila Odinga dearly in his quest for the presidency. Okay? Now, this time, we cannot rule out the same thing happening. Okay? We have independent candidates, and some of those independent candidates could even shift the vote in another direction, especially in places like Busia. They could shift the vote to the Jubilee side. So, 10 million votes, again, I say, nope. That is propaganda. That is not true. Mombasa, oh yes. NASA have votes in Mombasa. That's not propaganda. NASA have serious votes in Mombasa. That one I cannot deny. In fact, as every day goes by, I'm thinking of withdrawing my statement where I was saying that Jubilee will get pockets of support here and there. There's a sweep, there's a wave that is going right through Coast Province right now that I don't know if Jubilee is going to be able to harvest much from there. Okay, so Coast hiyo nimekubali. Nairobi, oh NASA, Nairobi is going to be tricky for you this time round, very tricky, because what's going on the ground, especially what one man called Sonko of Jubilee is doing, yeah, Mike Sonko, could really affect the number of votes that will go the NASA way. Okay, so the long and short of it is, your 10 million votes, that is a target. That is a target. It's okay to have a target. Yeah, NASA are quite right to have a target, and it's okay to keep on drumming this target in your supporters. But don't tell us that that is the truth. Don't tell us there are 10 million votes in the bag, because that is not true. That is propaganda. This is Chris Kumekucha. If I've upset you, sorry, but this is politics, and in politics there's always propaganda. I will do a propaganda watch. I'll keep on telling you what is propaganda, what is true, what is not true, as we go closer to the general elections. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.